Blessed risings, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show. And today, on this episode of Keep It P podcast, we will be discussing Tether thinking explained clearly. Acting black is not being black. Whoa, I don't say that, boy. That boy gets the tethers in a tizzy, boy. They don't want to go bush meat hunting no more. They don't want to go to the foo festival no more. They don't want to go to giraffe wrestling no more. No, that like devastates their soul when we say we not like them, when we say they ain't us, when they try to pretend to be us and we call them out. That chaps their musty, dusty, rhino jerky lips, fam. And I don't understand it. And I'm not calling. That's why I'm doing this. This is about the tether state of mind. See, and it's a dangerous myth, and they believe that I'm saying the things that they believe, the myths that they believe that circulate within their community is dangerous. Things like how they claim white people civilized Africa. This is them. You think that we think like you? Right? And that Africans somehow destroyed it. You may do that now, but that ain't how it started out. That ain't because we have to admit that the cradle of civilization came from Africa. So therefore, everything came from there. But then once we migrated from over there, once we expanded, once the Moors and such, uh, bam, we're over there now. We ain't been in many moons associated with y'all, just like other people, right? Because everyone came from there, but then they went to their respective lands and then flourished or became civilized in their own right, right? Right? Same thing for foundational Black Americans. See, but see, in a tether mindset, they have to believe that whiteness is the source of all value, right? And because they have to feel valuable themselves, you have to pay attention. See, they can't believe that Moors spread civilization across the world way long before their European colonial uh, colonizers, right? Right? Their masters. See, the Moors been had spread science, architecture, trade systems, education, governance, right? So that even further, right? Understand it. So we're able to flourish and do all those things over here in America when we expanded, right? When there was expansion of civilization across the world, right? So then we now are over here. This is what we do now. This is who we are. We're no longer said Africans, right? Because now we're over here and we've been doing over here for way longer than we did over there, right? Right? But nobody wants to know. Nope, that can't be. Nope, that can't be what's happening. While we're over here thriving, Europe is over there just barely climbing out of feudal darkness. But this is what tethers believe. See, and they repeat this in their communities. See, these are the things that they say. See, to them, if civilization didn't begin with whiteness, their whole mentality, their whole hierarchy, their whole belief system, it collapses. What does that do for their self-worth? Then they become worthless. See, they can't believe that foundational Black Americans were established on this land in America long before any type of other immigration took place, right? Right? So we can't be immigrants as such others are. Every others are. We've had thriving dynasties. We've had active trade routes. We've been expanding outward for generations. Deep 14, 15, 16 dynasties deep. See, that's foundational. That's of the soil. That's of the land. That's not borrowed. That's not recent. That didn't just happen. That's not guest status. Seeing in the tether mentality, they 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 like I said, they begin to reject their own worth. And it's tied to the whiteness, and it has to, and the admiration that they have for whites, because you believe that they've done these things. So then if you're worthless, and then you see someone that you believe looks like you, foundational Black Americans, then why would you treat them any better than you treat your own self? If Mayo, Mommy, and Zaddy say FBAs have no culture, then what do the tethers parrot? Right? What do they parrot? What do they repeat? If Mayo, Mommy, and Zaddy oppose reparations, then what do you think the tethers are going to do? They're going to co-sign that. This isn't accidental. This is practice. This is ingrained alignment, right? And then I'm even going to go say so far as to say that this has to be some form of mental illness, because yet those same people want access to our culture. Well, you just said we didn't have no culture, but now you want access to said culture that you say doesn't exist. You want the rhythm, you want the slang, you want the aesthetics, you want the money, you want the platforms. You want to go from yo, 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 yo when the cameras are on, when everybody's watching, and you want to switch at the same time to call yourself respectable. Now you want to talk in your home native language, dialect, in your accent. That's a performance. That's acting. That is learned behavior. That is something that you do. That's not culture. That is consumption. That is vulturism, right? And to be clear, and we say this all the time, we don't speak in absolutes. And to be clear, not all Black immigrants are tethers. Did you hear me? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Are you listening? To be clear, foundational Black Americans do not believe that all Black immigrants are tethers. Did you hear that? But it is a mindset more often than not. The belief that whiteness is the source of civilization, that is the source of worth, is the source of their well-being, their the belief that they're in proximity to power. right? The belief that FBAs have no lineage, right? So if that means standing against FBAs, then we're willing to do that. And that is what is the problem. It's the mindset, it's the belief system. That's the problem. In this video that I'm about to show you, it explains that perfectly. It's going to show you perfectly. Poop tube, we got to do some housekeeping. Here we go. Fair use, poop tube, fair use, teaching, teaching. Can you hear me? I repeat, poop tube. This is a teaching moment. I know y'all been waiting for this, but don't act like what I'm saying is not valid. You came to a podcast. This is that podcast. You came to listen. You go to podcast to what? Listen. If you came to listen, drop listen in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, y'all, so you can get this all the time.
You think that the white man brought civilization here? I'm stunned how you were happy for the colonizers.
Once warning, trigger warning, bushmeat babble is on the horizon. So you're gonna have to put on your translators. You might have to go smoke some goat meat, some. You might have to go get you some squirrel tail so that you can understand what he's saying. All right.
You think that the white man brought civilization here? I'm stunned how you were happy for the colonizers.
You got wrong.
Okay.
I never said I'm happy for the call. I said they left too soon. Things were not particularly or better in place before they left. I mean, they came too early and left too soon. Things were not in place before they left. And the structure that they laid for us were not actually in place before they left. That's why I said they left too soon. I didn't say I'm happy about their coming.
Okay, but you wish that they would have stayed longer.
They would have stayed longer to ensure that the people that they were grooming are actually mature to run their affairs themselves.
But do you think the colonizers cared?
Of course they do.
You think the colonizers give on Africans?
Of course they do. If they don't, they wouldn't come to ensure our eyes are open to see other things that we're enjoying today.
So even like what? What benefit did the colonizers bring?
The exposure is one of the benefits.
The exposure of what?
Yes, it's something of life. And you now know how to dress better, on how to think, on how to travel and other things. These are the ideas the colony brought. Otherwise, we would not know. So our eyes are now open to see things that are meant to be superficial or beyond somebody's imagination, but we cannot see it. So these are the benefits of the colony.
Okay. So the colonizers helped you dress better and eat better and travel, and they brought their languages.
In the nutshell, they brought exposure to us.
Exposure.
Yes.
So before the white man, Africa was unexposed.
Yes. It's not a news.
Is Africa not the original man? Is Africa not the one who spread civilization across the world? Are the Moors not the people who went over to Spain to show them how to cook their meat and how to light fire?
Yeah, but they were not the people who spread civilization. It was the white people that spread civilization.
Were there not 15 dynasties that existed? Was Timbuktu not a thriving... Oh my goodness. Were there not 15 dynasties that existed thriving in Africa before the colonizers came? Did they not come and destroy Timbuktu and any semblance of any type of educational system or forum here in this land? Did they not destroy the books and the culture and the history? You think that the white man brought civilization here?
Yeah, but then they didn't destroy our culture. We destroyed our culture ourselves. They set a tune for the culture. We destroy it ourselves.
You heard it with your own ears. This is the Tether mindset. So don't try to act like there's not a difference. I just showed you. Now, anything after this, you're just being ignorant to the fact. Now you're not ignorant because that's lack of knowledge, and you have the knowledge now. So then you're just being an idiot. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Make sure you subscribe for the vibe. Like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you care, if you dare to get Black empowerment everywhere. We on all of the platforms: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. Come and take a look. You might get hooked, but don't get shook by all the fake Keep It P podcasts that are out there. Gonna leave you with 4 words as we always do: love, peace, blessings, and Maloha. I gotta go how for sure how. You already know how. Big Brother Light Bright Supremo Mike T signing off.
You think that the white man brought civilization here?
Yeah,
I'm stunned how you were happy for the colonizers.
you got me wrong.
Okay.
I never said I'm happy for the call. I said they left too soon. Things were not particularly or better in place before they left. I mean, they came too early and left too soon. Things were not in place before they left. And the structure that they laid for us were not actually in place before they left. That's why I said they left too soon. I didn't say I'm happy about their coming.
Okay, but you wish that they would have stayed longer.
They would have stayed longer to ensure that the people that they were grooming are actually mature to run
Need
their
Neo
affairs
Mommy and
themselves.
But do you
Daddy.
think the colonizers cared?
Of course they do.
You think the colonizers give a
Yes.
damn about Africa and Africans?
Sympathize.
Of course they do. If they don't, they wouldn't come to ensure our eyes are open to see other things that we're enjoying today. So even
Like
if
what?
yourself.
What benefit did the colonizers bring?
the exposure is one of the benefits.
The exposure of what?
Yes, it's something of life. And you now know how to dress better,
How to
on
dress,
how
they
to
wasn't
think, on
even
how to
dressing.
travel and other things. These are the
They
ideas the
wasn't
colony
washing
brought.
themselves.
Otherwise, we would not know. So our eyes are now open to see things that are meant to be superficial or beyond somebody's imagination, but we cannot see it. So these are the benefits
Oh,
of
no,
the
oh, no, oh, no,
colony.
Okay,
no.
so the colonizers helped you dress better and eat better and
In the
travel,
nutshell,
and they brought their languages
they
They were
brought
savages.
exposure to us.
exposure.
Neanderthals.
So before the white man, Africa was unexposed.
Yes, it's not a
Exposure to
news.
disease.
Is Africa not the original man? Is Africa not the one
Look out.
who spread civilization across the world? Are the
Look out.
Moors not the people who went over to Spain to show them how to cook their meat
Yeah,
and
but
how to
Trying to think.
no, that wasn't.
how to light fire?
Yeah, but they were not the
mindset.
people who spread civilization. It was the white people that spread civilization.
Were there not 15 dynasties that existed? Was Timbuktu not a thriving? Oh my goodness. Were there not 15 dynasties that existed thriving in Africa before the
Yeah, but
colonizers came? Did they not come and destroy Timbuktu and any
look at this
semblance of
tether
any type
brain.
of educational system or forum here in this land? Did they not destroy the books and the culture and the history? You